Hi, welcome to our first IELTS speaking test. I'm Rupam Bhadro, and today I'm going to be your examiner. So let's begin with our IELTS speaking test part 1. Let's talk about
Okay.
accommodation.
All right.
Do you live in a house or an apartment?
To be honest, I used to live in an apartment which was two-story building, and I was living in the first floor. It was amazing. But recently, I moved to my apartment. Not the apartment actually. I moved my location from the apartment to a house. It has got a couple of rooms, and I think I'm going to be actually loving this house because of all the facilities it has got with the people. They are really amazing. Not only that, there are some kitchen room areas, and it's a neat and clean house, I must say that. And it's pretty much convenient place for living. I like the neighborhood as well.
What do you like most about your home?
Let me think. I think I am really into my bedroom because I feel really comfortable. It's a cozy and comfy area for me. Most of the time, I make YouTube videos, so I set up my bedroom according to my own preference. So I know where is the desk, I know where to put my books and where to get what. And I all the time love staying in my bedroom, talking to different sort of people, giving them some life advice, especially for YouTube videos. So yeah, I think this is the best area that I love. Sometimes, but not often, I love the common room area where we all housemates get together, just have a great conversation, mostly in the weekends.
Which room do you spend the most time in?
As I already mentioned, that I most of the time spend in my bedroom because I really love being here in this bedroom. According to as I actually organize this one for different sort of purposes, making YouTube videos, also just chilling, relax after doing a lot of work the whole day. I feel really relaxed whenever I just lay down on my bed, talking to my family members. I think I'm really into my bedroom than any other rooms in my house.
Would you like to move to a different house in future?
Well, I'm not quite sure. Obviously, yes, I do. I would like to actually move to a different location as soon as I actually graduate and have a great opportunity. Maybe if I have enough money, I would actually buy my own house and decorate it according to my own ideas, own preferences for my YouTube videos. Maybe there would be a studio, a small studio. Maybe it would be near to the city for better communicate or better transportation facilities, and there should be some shopping centers near to my house so that I can actually go for shopping every now and then. So yeah, obviously I would actually move my house in the future.
Okay, what changes would you like to make to your home?
As I told you, if I would able to actually buy a house, maybe there would be a lot of changes in that particular things. I would actually make my own studio where I would be able to create different sort of contents for my YouTube audience. Not only that, there would be a big garden, front yard and backyard, where maybe my children they would actually play. They enjoy most of the time, playing different sort of sports, outdoor activities with our family members. And at the same time, there would be a garage in to my house to park my car. And yeah, I think I would make a great house. It would be like two-story building. I should not say actually building. It would be a like I forgot, but it's gonna be looking so good in the future, inshallah.
Okay, let's talk about daily routine. What's your typical day like?
Let me think. I think I usually wake up early in the morning at 7 o'clock. Then I have my breakfast. After that, I usually go to my university for completing my assignments and getting lectures by the teachers, and then return to my house, cook by my own meals, and then go for work for just a period of time. I think this is how I usually spend my most of the time, as there is no one who would actually take care of me. I would have to actually do everything by myself. In the evening, most of the time, I talk to my parents, my family members, so that I feel comfortable. And sometimes I love to go for a hangout with my known people, but not that often. But most of the time, like walking in the morning, sometimes in the evening, I usually also prefer.
What's your favorite part of the day?
I would say the evening, as I told you, because I am able to go for a walk with my friends, especially in the weekends, and sometimes I have a barbecue party into our backyard of our house, as this is a good house, with amazing people. So I love that particular moment, because we can go for singing different sort of songs. Not only that, we share a lot of thoughts, what's going on in our life, also how can we make ourselves better. So evening is the best one because the daytime I usually work. I usually go for university and then complete all the assignments, and I feel really relaxed in the evening time. I would say this is the time I really feel relaxed with my friends.
Do you usually follow the same routine?
I don't. Frankly speaking, I don't follow the same routine as I'm following today, because every now and then I have to actually change the routine. So, for example, as I told you, I used to live in an apartment and I recently moved to a house. So the routine has changed. The routine was in the apartment and in the house is not going to be the same for me because there are some other people as well. So I have to actually adjust when to actually go for completing my assignments, when to go for work, and when to go for doing different sort of shifts. And most of the time I try to actually have a great routine, especially it has to be productive so that I can do something better and achieve my goals. But not every time I follow the same one. I just frequently adjust according to the time, according to the place I usually move.
Have your daily habits changed recently?
Yes, it's changed, I would say, because I was not able to go for walk in the evening when I was in the apartment. But recently, as I moved to a new house, I got a couple of my friends, especially my roommates are here. They have outgoing personality, so we get along very well. We go for walk, we have chat, and I try to actually make myself free in that particular time so that I can talk to them. Before then, when I was in the apartment, I just relaxed, laying down on the bed, maybe watching movies. But nowadays I'm trying to be more sociable with them, talking to people, having a great communication with them, like just improving my network. So it's changing every now and then.
Do you prefer a busy or relaxed routine?
To be honest, I prefer both and also a balanced routine so that I feel comfortable in my life doing the things I really love. Because sometimes it does require to be busy to achieve some certain goals. If there is a productive routine to achieve a certain goal which is really necessary for making myself better, I love to being so busy during those amazing moments. But sometimes I also love to be free from my friends, as I told you, and because it's also important to spend quality time and having a meaningful life with friends and enjoying and just to feeling relaxed every now and then. So yeah, I always love to have the balance in the routine, not that much not that much busy, not that much free as well.
Okay, this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 1. Now, in part 2, I will give you a cue card, and the cue card is describe a useful piece of advice you received. You should say who gave you the advice, what the advice was, when you received it, and explain why it was useful. Now you have 1 minute to prepare yourself and to take some notes. Your time is starting now. Okay, let's start speaking.
All right, so I can vividly remember that it was in 2024 when I actually got Australian visa. I was really excited to come here in this amazing country, and I was searching about Melbourne. It is becoming one of the best cities in the world, so that was making me so proud about this one. And I was starting preparing myself for all the situations that I'm going to actually face. All of my brothers, sisters, family members, relatives, they were starting giving me a lot of advice how to actually cope up with this amazing environment. Then I can remember that I was on the balcony at my house, and suddenly my father came and he was start giving me advices. So among all of his advice, he was saying that do not afraid of making mistakes because it's a part of our life. So you can learn a lot of things. Every mistakes would teach you something special. My father is a smart cookie, obviously, and I have never seen as calm, as cool as a cucumber like my father, and he is the top banana of our family, I should say. So as my father actually, went along very well. So I was not actually taking those advices seriously, and I was so excited to come here and explore this tradition, new culture. When I arrived in Melbourne, I started thinking about those advices that my father started giving me, because it was completely new for me to talk to new different people. And I was thinking that if I start talking to them, maybe they would mind, they would feel like shy to talk to me, maybe they would not actually even talk to me as they are so busy with their daily day routine, daily day works. But the more I spent time here in this amazing diverse culture, I was getting used to, and I started talking to people, and I was finding, okay, these people have got outgoing personality and they are really willing to talk to me. And I was just coming out of my shell, start talking to people, creating my own network with them. And that time I realized, yes, every single mistake, though I was making a lot of mistakes initially, but I was trying to learn something. And I used to actually recall my father's advice. And then I sometimes call my father, that father, I did this one, that one. My father was feeling so proud of me that I am getting along with this environment with people, having communicate with them, and also just completing all of my assignments. So that was the piece of advice who has actually changed my entire life. Still now, you see that I am not that much, feeling shy in front of the camera, and I can talk to anyone. So yeah, my father, that advice helped me a lot to cope up with this amazing environment.
Okay, this is the end of your IELTS speaking test part 2. Now in part 3, I will ask you some general questions that's related to your QCAT. So why do people ask others
Okay.
for advice?
Well, it's important to actually get advice if someone is really experienced. So, for example, I want to achieve something in my life and I find someone who has already achieved it. If I get some sort of suggestions from those experienced people, I might not actually make the same mistake that they made. So, it is going to make my life easy. It's going to be really piece of cake for me if I have all the amazing answers which I am required to actually get from experienced people, and to complete that particular project or achieve that particular goal. It's really crucial to get similar advices from experienced people surrounding us.
Who usually gives better advice, friends or family?
As far as I'm concerned about friends and family, it depends on the context, what type of advice you really need. So, for example, if I talk about family members, as my father was telling me, that how to deal with the life, how to deal with different sort of situations, and I think as he has got a lot of experience, so he was the best person who he was actually giving me advice from our family. But on the other hand, my friends are really amazing in terms of like making different sort of fun, going different sort of place for visiting, or even like making a great plan, going for a holiday trip. So they're also best. Also, sometimes if we are supposed to actually sit for different sort of examinations, so I always go to get some sort of advices from my bosom friends because I know them better than anyone else. So I think it depends on the context, what type of advices we really need. So I would say both play crucial role here.